one always in the know. Independent voices stepped into the club. No label change, just the work to close. Gary with the movie, the one always in the know. Independent voices stepped into the club. No label change, just the work to close. Gary with the
Peace. Happy movie lovers. You know who it is. It's Jerry, and Jerry is at the movies. Comment, like, subscribe. Make sure you're hitting that bell so you know when all of my stuff is dropping. It's May 1st, y'all. We made it to May, you know what I mean? What a rough patch we've had. Like the winter time was crazy, man. I'm gonna be brutally honest. I was away for a little bit. I just had to come back, start doing my reviews again. Michael came back. The Michael movie dropped, and I just had to get it popping. I had to get this stuff rolling again. It's May 1st, so all my affirmations and all of my godly cylinders are like on point. But just to give you a brief backstory of the things that was going on with me. Got my heart broke again. Just because I put myself out there, was trying to get myself a little something, a little girly. And here's the weird thing about, like I said, the Bible says we don't fight with flesh. We fight with spiritual wickedness. It's just the devil is cunning, and he is very smart. So just a little backstory before I get to that. I had a lot of animosity towards family. A lot of just thoughts and anger towards family, not being around them. Mother's gone, grandmother's gone, so I had a lot of pain on just like not having a family to lean on, just feeling like everybody's leaning on one another, but I'm ostracized. So I had a lot of, and plus it wasn't even that, it was a lot of built-in anger from way back in the past with my father, my brothers, sisters, cousins. I felt like my cousins and my uncles, that alienated me. So it was a really rough patch. I made a decision, and not even, because I was on some spiritual stuff, because I wasn't really talking to God. I wasn't really talking to God like that. You know what I mean? And I wasn't doing what I normally do, which was, have faith. I didn't have, my faith was kind of gone after my mother and grandmother died. I didn't really have faith in stuff. I decided, my niece was graduating. And she wanted all of us to be there. She wanted all of her uncles to be there, her family to be there, didn't care. Like, y'all gonna be there, you know what I mean? And I wasn't gonna go, you know what I mean? Because, they was all the way in Virginia. I really didn't feel like traveling, and on the other end of it, I didn't feel like going down there. There was gonna be an issue, and I had to get through that, you know what I mean? And I had to take that back with me, back to New York. So I was just like, nah, I'm not going. So a friend of mine from work, was just chilling. He called me up, yo, man, I'm going to hang out, man. You want to come through? You want to come with me, man? I'll treat you to some food or some, dope spot up in Harlem. We can go eat. I'm like, yeah, bet. So we hanging out, he driving, whatever. I'm in the passenger side. And, group text. I got a group text. My sister and my brother, they like, oh, you coming down? Yeah, I'm coming down. You know, where's Jerry at? You know what I mean? And my brother's like, I didn't hear from him, whatever. They're like, you know, my sister's like, oh, he better not pull a disappearing act, this, that, and the third. I took a deep breath and I said, am I just gonna really like, is this gonna be what life's all about? You know, angry with them and arguing with them in my head, you know, like, nah. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go. And it was the best decision that I ever made. We went, had a great time. Me and my brother, we talked for hours. You know, it's a 7-hour drive. So we talking and laughing. We didn't have no voice when we got back. You know? And it just was I made that decision. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking that I beat that demon. I beat the demon. I beat the unforgiveness demon. I beat it. Here comes another one with a friend of mine that I ended up kind of catching feelings for. And now she's not in my life now because I decided to tell her, you know, like that, I'm kind of digging you like that. She kind of told me no for whatever reason. You know, she had just got out of a relationship, so she wasn't trying to get. And I just kind of took that as, okay, like, but you're talking about other guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're talking about other guys that maybe she maybe had her heart set on somebody specific. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't get the full story. But again, I just decided, no, I just can't stay in this pocket. And I can't stay in this pocket and watch you do whatever. And I'm just sitting there and I'm just being your cheerleader. You know what I mean? And watching you, knowing that I feel this way. So I decided to tell her, and I told her firmly, and I told her, look, all this bestie, you know what I mean? Like, because that's, you know, that was just like the funny thing that she would like to call me because I was helping her out with, you know, the things that was going on in her life. Me and her, like I said, before all of this happened, she was like my biggest supporter, like my biggest person, my go-to girl, you know what I'm saying? And didn't mind being her friend until she started talking about other guys, and then I started feeling a certain way. So that's on me. Most of it is on me. But I'm saying all of that to say this, is that it just seems like the devil, like, he knows where to pick you at. You know what I mean? And I had little things going on, and like, you gotta be careful of your mind and your heart, because the devil could target it. You know what I mean? Right now, we ain't friends. We ain't nothing. We see each other here and there, and we just passing ships. But the thing about it is that I did the right thing. It just hurt me immensely. But to say that is to say this, that you gotta go through that. I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever they said, whatever the devil intends for good, for bad, God intends it for good. So today I feel great. Today I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, still kind of miss her, but she's not my girl, so there's no reason for me to feel any kind of way. And secondly, she's doing way worse than I am. You know what I mean? Way worse than I am. And she got a hell of a mountain to climb without, you know what I'm saying? I hope she gets all the support in the world. She got a hell of a mountain to climb and a hell of a things to learn without her rock. You know what I mean? Because I was her rock, whether she want to admit it or not. Because I know what I bring to the table. I know what I bring to the table on any side. On a friendship side, relationship side, being your friend. I know what I bring to the table. And without that, she's going to have a hell of a time finding the tools that I gave her. So that's why I feel good today. But on the strength of that, it pulled me away from the things I'm doing, like this movie channel. It pulled me away because I put all my life aside to help her with probably something that was her fault anyway. She had a family. She had a kid. She walked away from it. And, she never really explained what it really was about why, I would have had to talk to that other guy to find out what it really was all about. Because it's probably now, in hindsight of seeing the way she moves, it probably was 100% her fault. You know what I mean? But when we were together and talking about each other's woes, I didn't see that. But now I see a lot, and that's another thing. That's another lesson to be learned. The truth, when they say the truth hurts, the truth will set you free, but it doesn't say that it doesn't hurt. You know what I mean? It doesn't hurt. And I've learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about myself of being a man. I learned a lot about myself about walking away. You gotta walk away even when you're bleeding, even when you walk away and you gotta pull. It's like you gotta pull the skin away from that person's skin, and oh man, it's bleeding, and you know what I mean? And but you did it. Now you put the gauze pad around and let it heal. You know what I mean? And let it heal, and then it'll just heal. Look, there'll be another one and another one until you get it right. I would think, and even when you get with someone or you get with something, you still, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe it's just practice. Because I was chilling and I was afraid to even jump into the deep end of this pool. You know what I mean? To be honest, because I wasn't messing with anyone. And now I've learned, and now I can feel myself when I'm at work. I'm talking a little more. I'm smiling a little more. I can see myself getting back. You know what I mean? And it just was a rough. This one was rough. This one was rough. But again, I moved quickly. I didn't stay in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? I learned you got to walk away from people and things when things are not right, when things don't line up. You know what I mean? Yeah, these people are your friends, and yeah, they might mean the most to you, but in the long run, it'll be detrimental staying with them. So it'll be time to just split apart. And never got a chance to really, really, truly tell her what I thought of her. You know what I mean? And what I felt for her. And maybe that's what it was all about. Maybe she was just afraid that, oh no, this guy's feeling me like that. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear it. She probably just didn't want to hear it. You know what I mean? Maybe later in the future, she may come back to talk to me, and then I can explain. I don't know if I feel those things for her anymore. But it took me out of my element. It took me, and this is the winter time. Oh God, and this was a brutal winter. Even physically, it was a brutal winter. It was tough. It was brick. And the snow was up to your kneecaps, and it just snowed and cold. And this was happening. It just took me out of my element. I stopped doing my movie reviews. I stopped doing a lot, man. When they say, Jerry, where have you been? You know what I mean? I've been doing that. But I did do a lot of music around that time. I did a lot of music. I was going in and out people's lives and trying to get, and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And speaking of that, I'm going to say that real quick. A lot of people were saying the little things about me. Some girls on TikTok talking about, I was acting weird or whatever. Look, first of all, ain't nothing weirder than you fake artists and you fake producers that put your lyrics in an AI machine and then tell everybody that you're a genius. Ain't nothing weirder than that. So you hold that. Anyway, that's just not here or there. But I had a little bit of a scuffle with a couple of people because I do real music. I do real stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I produce stuff, real stuff. You know what I mean? I don't need no AI machine to create it. They got these AI TikTok shows where everybody act like they're some type of genius. Anyway, that's what's been going on. Jerry is back. I'm back with all my reviews, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's the only video for today. I'm tired. I'll probably see y'all maybe tomorrow. Probably do another review. You know what I'm saying? And I'm back on Monday. It's May 1st, y'all. Anybody, I hope that y'all listen to everything. I know that these videos are long, but it just goes to show you that you can go through things and come out on the other. I've been going through a lot, y'all. But it's all for my good. I know that I be getting angry about it and just like, why don't you leave me alone? God is not going to leave you alone until he chisels you into the masterpiece that he's trying to create you and trying to make you become. When you're laying down, you know what I'm saying, and people are bothering you, just like, I just want to be left alone. That's just God trying to wake you up and trying to make you into what you probably been wanting to be all along, because that's his job. So thank you, God, for waking me up. Thank you, God, for putting me through more fire, because I feel more refined. I feel more refreshed. Shout out to all the people that I talked to about these issues, man. You know what I'm saying? Co-workers at my job, you know who you are, that I talked to about my problems, and y'all gave me, you know what I'm saying, the courage to continue. Shout out to friends and family that stuck by me even when I'm not acting like myself. Everybody knows who Jerry is. I'm just a man trying to make it, and everybody knows that I'm not an evil person. I'm just a man that's trying to make it and trying to navigate through this planet without my mother and my grandmother by my side. And that's it. But God is great. Just get with God. Just get back with God. Just talk to God, even if you got to talk to him with your eyes pouring. And that's the message for today. Tune in for another episode of Jerry is at the Movies. Got new stuff coming out. It's May 1st, y'all. So Star Wars is coming. Stuff is coming. Mortal Kombat's coming. We gonna get into it. Gotta get into I gotta talk about Spider-Man and everything that's coming soon. It's gonna be a pretty good summer. Pretty decent summer. I hope God gives you everything that you ask for. I hope he gives me everything you ask for, but you do have to deserve it. So you gotta go through the fire. And Jerry is at the movies, and you know my slogan. So what are you watching?